power of energy fields in manifesting. You see, with our bodies, there's an energy field that's around us. Picture, for illustration purposes, like a big yellow glow around each of our bodies. It's like this energy field. And there's different energy fields. You have low energy, which is like helplessness, depression. And you have like mid levels, like you could rise up to like anger, frustration. And then mid levels may be something like neutral or hopeful, those kind of emotions. And then when you get into the higher end ones, we're talking about love, joy, peace, infinity, unconditional love, appreciation. Those are the higher end ones. And so depending on which energy field you're in when you're manifesting, so if you're in like a low energy field, like depression or a hopelessness, it's going to be hard for you to jump right up to joy if you're in that energy field, because you're not really going to be in that. It's a far jump up with your energy to jump up there, unless something drastic happens, which can happen. But for the most part, so don't be so hard on yourself. Like if you're in depression or if you're in helplessness, if you're in that state, you're not experiencing joy just like that, it's because of the energy field that you're in. And so what you want to do is identify, move up on the energy scale, so to speak. And you can do that by identifying with some of the mid-level ones. Like maybe you go up to anger or rage or frustration, or you can reach for that. If you get angry about your situation, that's going to lift you out of helplessness, right? It's going to feel better. And what's guiding you through all these emotions, no matter what you're dealing with, your emotions are your guidance system. It's your inner guidance system. It's your inner coach. So everybody has an inner coach. You have a guidance system. You don't have to listen to me or anyone else. You have that inside you. If it feels good, joyful and happy and peaceful, then that's in line with infinity. You're moving towards infinity, toward your inner being. That's going the right way. If it feels bad and doesn't feel good, that means you're going the wrong way. You need to pause the thought and think about what thoughts that you're looking at and reach for a better feeling thought. That's what you can do in all situations, is just reach for better feeling thoughts as you move up the emotional scale. So if you're in a low energy, try to reach for something in the mid levels, like, we mentioned anger or rage, and above that would be hopeful. These are still all negative ones, but then you start getting to the positive ones once you get into boredom or neutrality. You get into those ones. Now you're back into the positive. So you slowly ramp it up. So you don't stay in anger that long. You once you get there, you flip right up into the higher levels of consciousness, of the energy fields. We all have these energy fields around us. So don't be so hard on yourself. Like if you're not jumping up and down, the energy, reaching for the higher energy fields. Everyone can go up and down throughout the day. We all do. But I'm talking about like where you're actually resting at, most of the time, which like your average during the day, where you fluctuate on those. So where you're experiencing them, 80% of the day is like where you're sitting. You're sitting at low energy, mid-level energy, or high energy. Which emotional ranges are you at? Are you at, hopelessness, frustration, depression? Or are you climbing up a little bit, getting more to anger, frustration, rage? Or are you getting more up, even higher to the mid-levels? They start getting positive, like boredom. Then you go into like hopefulness, more positive. Joy, happiness, peace, unconditional love, appreciation, clarity, like all those like higher end vibration levels, and you can kind of whichever energy level you're at. So it's so easy. So if you can get into feeling joyful, then you're gonna feel peaceful. You're gonna feel happiness. You're gonna feel clarity. Those are all on that same energy level. It's real easy. Once you get that one in there, the other ones manifest pretty quickly. But so that's what we just want to be aware of, that when we're talking about manifestation and energy levels and how that all works. But ultimately, what we want to do is we want to identify with the infinite being. We know we're all having a human experience and what it's like to be a person. But really what we want to do is identify with our true nature, which is the infinite being, the effortless being. And that's just really just resting in what we already are. It's what's here before the I am, before we start identifying with the I am. It's what's before that. It's like the silence that's in the background that allows the sounds and the sights to come. It's really this wide open, awake space, this permanent, wide open, awake space is what we're talking about in being your true nature. It's just this nothingness where you just kind of give up all desires and like all your desires and stuff like that, and wanting, and you're just at peace. And everyone can get there if you just do that right now. You just drop all of your thoughts, all of your beliefs. You drop your past, your future projections. You just be right here, right now, and just listen to the hum of the fan in the background. Give your attention to that. Just become open and empty, and you just release everything, drop everything, just let it go. Just let it all go and become blank, become as nothingness. You erase your body, you erase your thoughts, you erase your beliefs, you erase your emotions, you erase your feelings, you erase everything that you have. But you're still here as existence, you're still here as beingness. It's impersonal, it's neutral, it's pure awareness, the nakedness of pure awareness without adding any identities to it. It's that spirit, the soul. Infinity is what you are in that nothingness. Just become open and empty. If you just sit and rest as open and empty, that's your true nature. It's open and empty. Without the mind coming in, labeling everything, dividing everything up. It's just one big open space of awareness. Everything's inside you, all the universes and everything is right there for you. And you feel, when you're identifying with that, it's neutral, it's calm, it's peaceful, it's loving, it's unconditional love, it's joyful, it's exhilarating, it's exciting. Those are all things that your true nature is. If you want to see things as source energy does, as infinity does, as effortless being does, view things as that, through that lens, instead of the lens of being identified with the body-mind. You want to transcend the mind by identifying with the infinite being, with the effortless being, and looking at life through the eyes of infinite being. Feel your way there. Intuition, use your intuition. Imagination. You just be, just beingness. It takes no effort just to be. You can't turn your beingness off. It's your beingness is always here. Just identify with that hum of the beingness, and you become relaxed. You become empty. You just let everything go, your past, your future projections, the ideas you have about yourself, all of your beliefs, those limiting beliefs. And you just be right here, right now, in this presence, in this stillness. Right here in the stillness, that which is looking out. The pure awareness. Really, that's what you are, pure awareness. Witnessing. Loving. This vast awareness, vast open nothingness, it's open space. It's beautiful. It's neutral. It's infinity. That's your true nature. Identify with that and you experience the peace and the joy and the love. That space of awareness. There's no neediness, no wanting, no desiring. And then we fluctuate back, right, to the body-mind. And then we have our desires and our wants. That's okay, because we're just living the experience of what it's like to be a human. We can create our own reality based on the vibration that we're at. We talked about different vibrations, the energy fields, the vibrations, everything's energy. And like energy attracts like energy, so our thoughts turn to things that we hold in our mind, we can hold in our hand. As long as we allow it, release all resistance, be allowing. Release the resistance. Think about it. If you have your car keys in your hand, right, we're holding them, you want to release them and you want to drop all of your limiting beliefs and your thoughts and your past and your feelings. How do we do that? We just open the hand and poof, the keys drop, right? It's the same way. That's how we drop everything and become open and empty. We just release it. Open your grip, just release it and just let it go and disappear in your presence. Your presence is powerful, right? In your presence, everything disappears. It's only what's unconscious that can bring you harm. But if you're aware of it, yeah. Just think about, like, if thieves were breaking in, once they see you, they run, right? The same way, once you bring your attention to your vast open awareness that you are, all the negativity and stuff just kind of melts in your presence. And you just, right here, right now, without that voice in your head, that's really your mind. You're that which is aware of the mind. You're that which is aware of the chatter in the mind. So that which you're aware of. You're not that mind. There's no mind here. There's no person here. It's just this. It's open and empty. And you just feel wide open space, and it's beautiful. It's very relaxing, very peaceful. It's like an okayness here. Really. Like no worries and stuff like that. It's just kind of peaceful, and thoughts may come up. They come up and then they go. I mean, let the thoughts come. Allow everything to come up. Even past things, let them come up into your presence. Once they come in your presence, acknowledge them, welcome them. Welcome everything. Everything's allowed to be here in your space. You're the wide open space. Everything can come in here. You're pure love. Love smothers everything. Your presence is powerful. You have to log into the thoughts. They're just thoughts. It's impersonal for no one. They're just coming out. Leave them alone. Let them come. Let them go. You don't have to log into them. You don't have to believe them. You're the infinite being. You're the wide open space. You're the neutral space. You allow everything. You love everything. There's no duality. Everything's one. There's no separation. You're already whole and complete. You're already sitting here as the infinite being anyway. The mind is covering up with limited beliefs that you're this body mind, and that's it. The truth is, you're the infinite being that's aware of the body mind. You're the pure awareness itself. You're the infinite being that's always been here, that always will be here. Your intuition knows this already. It's like we'd like to play the game of being limited, or the game of being a human being, or what an experience like to be a person. That's okay. It can be fun. Sometimes we oscillate back and forth between the two, the ego and the infinite being. As long as you have your attention in this body, there's going to be some ego there, which you can transcend it by identifying with the infinite being and going into that wide open, awake space and being your true nature. And then it's beyond ego. Infinite intelligence takes care of everything. There's different energy fields affecting how things manifest. So it's good to know if whatever energy field you're on, those other things are on that energy field as well. So those will manifest quickly to you. So if you're on the higher ones, all those love, joy, peace will come in quickly. If you're on the mid levels, like anger and rage will come in, and frustration, those are all linked together. Those are all manifest on those levels. If you're just focusing on the one, the others will come too. So like abundance and money and things like that, you're on the higher levels of consciousness. Freedom, absolute freedom, unlimited freedom, unconditional freedom, that's all high level. And of course, money and stuff like that comes with it, because it's an easy way to get freedom. Those are all on that energy level. But if you're in lack, or you're in helplessness, it's hard to make that jump to abundance, right? So you have to maybe reach for getting angry or frustrated. That you'll feel better because now at least you have some empowerment, right? You don't want to stay there long because it's still a negative emotion and it'll be damaging to you, and you're not going to get really what you want. So then you want to leap up to being hopeful, right? And once from hopeful, then you can spring up, to joy and happiness, fulfillment, abundance, appreciation. And really, it's just, you can just identify right here, right now with the infinite being and just be done with everything right now. It's available to you. You can go right to the beingness, to the allness. Right now, just by identifying with it. It's available to everyone. Right here, right now. You really want freedom, true freedom? You can have it. Just pay attention to the silence, to the wide open space. To just be, just feel your beingness. It's just your existence, your beingness. Feel that in your experience when I'm pointing to it? It's right here, right now. It's silent. It's silence, stillness. It's pure awareness, just aware of everything, and everything's inside you. You can feel your beingness as a knowingness of it. Your intuition knows it. Once we become quiet and we release all the mind chatter and all the beliefs and all the stories, and we just settle down and become open and empty and just let everything go and just be right here, right now. It's just this. Without any commentary, the naked truth of just this. It's bare bones, just this. Without any added thoughts or beliefs. Just the naked truth of this wide open space. That's your true nature. We could just rest as our true nature, being the open, empty space where everything comes and goes, where everything manifests. We are everything, but yet we're nothing. We're just right here, right now, is the existence, the pure awareness, beingness, which is even the body, and the body-mind is all inside of that silent beingness. Even language is so limited to really talk about it. It's just pointing to it. But it really is, it's simple, not so much easy, I would say, but it's simple once you get tired of the mind trying to figure it out, and you just give up trying to figure it out. It's what's right here. Right? Sometimes we have to get tired of the mind thinking it and trying to explain everything to you, what it's like to realize your true nature. It tries to figure it out, but it can't go to the mind because it's beyond the mind. You are that which is aware of the mind in the stillness before the I even comes up, before the identification with the I comes up. As soon as you wake up, you go right to the I, Rob, with his story, likes this. What's right before the attention goes there? It's just a vast, wide open space. That's what you are, pure love, pure bliss. Pure openness, awareness, pure awareness, nothingness. It's nothing, but it's nothing. It's just this, that's all. It's simple, very simple. Not easy, but it is simple. So simple the mind can't even wrap around it because it's right before the mind, before the commentary. It's just this beingness. Can you turn your beingness off? You feel that? Your beingness? Your aliveness? Feel it inside your body. The aliveness. The silence. Pay attention to the silence. Just focus your attention on the hum of the fan, That's it right there. It's your true nature. Recognize that. That's what self-realization is, just identifying with the infinite being and just realizing you're just having the experience of being a human being, a person. But your true nature is the infinite being, and it's beautiful. It's peaceful all the time, happy all the time, joyful all the time. That's your true nature. Even though we may identify with the body and mind at times, that's where the limitations come in. So that's how the energy fields work and manifestation. It's good to know that. It gives you more clarity, right? Knowingness. Your intuition knows it automatically anyway, by the way. Effortless being runs everything, knows it. It's just this. And it's beautiful.